of the things that is the most difficult when you're starting your career is learning how to delegate. This week, you tell those kids to keep it down over there. This week, we're going to be talking about delegation. What are some practical tips that I have for learning how to delegate, particularly early in your career? I'm heading to Denver, Colorado, Houston, Texas, before ending the week here in New Orleans on Bourbon Street. Let's get this week going, shall we? If you saw my earlier delegate, I really focused on why to delegate. This vlog is on how to delegate. The first key to good delegation is get people excited about what you're having them do. People who enjoy what they're doing are going to have a significantly better work product than those that do not. So if you're asking somebody to make copies, make them understand what they're copying. Make them understand why whatever the task is, however menial, why it is important for your project. And if you spend just that little extra time explaining why you're having somebody do something and what the value of that is to the larger project, you're gonna get a better work product. All right, I'm still in Denver, I'm freezing, I need a coffee. This is not an endorsement. I just need some caffeine, and it's early. All right, I'm heading to work for the day before I head to Houston. So when you're early in your career and you're learning to delegate, you have to give faith and trust to the people that you're delegating to. Know that they're not going to do it exactly how you would, but if you want them to do it a certain way, tell them, and then give them the autonomy and trust them that they will do a good job. And the more trust that you put in them, the better that work product's going to be. All right, IAH, Houston Airport, getting ready to head to New Orleans, where I'm going to find my special guest on this week's vlog. Next tip on how to delegate: encourage questions. And don't just say, hey, let me know if you have any questions. Make sure that whoever you're delegating to feels comfortable asking questions at any point during the process. And when they ask a question, even if it's a stupid question, don't make them feel like they asked a stupid question, or they're not going to want to ask any other questions in the future. I'm speaking at an accounting and tax professors conference in New Orleans. Who would have known? All right, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, look who we have. Kelly McConey. We made it to NOLA, Nolans, New Orleans, Louisiana. Let's go check out New Orleans, shall we? Kelly says that you should play the Doug McConey vlog drinking game, and every time I say all right or shall we, you have to take a drink. So think about that.
Shall we?
I just finished my speaking engagement. Kelly and I are now gonna go check out New Orleans. Special thanks to Kate, who did an awesome job helping out with International Tax Jeopardy. And gotta learn how, gotta delegate. I delegated to Kate and she did not disappoint. All right, so I'm outside Cafe du Monde. This is a famous coffee and beignet restaurant here in New Orleans. Really, really outstanding. The next tip for delegation: break things into bite-sized pieces. I remember when I was a new associate and one of the seniors asked me to work on a memo, but instead of giving me this massive memo to write with 15 different issues, the senior instead asked me to write on one issue, then write on a second issue, then a third issue, and then 2 weeks later he handed me this memo that the sum of the parts were greater than the whole. It was something that there is no way I could have just gone and have done by myself, but by breaking it into bite-sized pieces, it enabled me to be able to do an entire memo on a complicated structure that I wouldn't have been able to do without it. I'm gonna go get some coffees and beignets with Kelly. So I'm in Jackson Square. It's the St. Louis Cathedral in the background. The last key piece to delegating is don't micromanage. Allow people autonomy to be able to go out and complete the task in the best way possible. You're going to end up surprised at how easy it is to delegate. Mash that like button, subscribe on YouTube, and stay tuned next week for another exciting edition of the Doug McConey Vlog.